Yeah, dear students, welcome to the first PUC classes, YouTube classes. Myself, Abdul Kudus. I am one of the physics lecturer in Krishna PU College. Right? Earlier I have given the introduction to the students in very beginning of the class, but thereafter I didn't appear to you. Right? Here, in this academic year, I am going to deal with the physics. So first of all, what is physics? Physics ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Sir, physics is a branch of science. In science, there are so many branches of it. Among all those branches, physics also one of the branch. Okay. Sir, physics, it deals with the study of nature and natural phenomena. Study of nature and natural phenomena. Sir, how it study the natural phenomena? You may have a doubt. Sir, how the physics is studies the nature and the natural phenomena? Means, I will give so many examples, even though if we couldn't recognize which are available in nature. For example, if you see sky, akasha, sky appears to us in blue color. Clouds appears to us in white colors. White color. Is it? During the sunrise and sunset, sun appears to be reddish color. Is it? Sir, why skies appears to in blue color? Why clouds appears to be in white color? Why sun appears to be reddish color during sunrise and sunset? Means, okay, those all phenomena are explained by our subject, which is their physics. Suppose if you take a piece of chalk, sir, if you throw the piece of chalk upward direction, once again it is coming back to the ground. Sir, why it is coming back to the ground? Is it? That is also one of the phenomena, gravitation phenomena. That is also deals with the physics. And if you take a plastic comb, if you take a plastic comb and you comb it some number of times in dry hairs, or if you take a plastic pen, if you comb it number of times in dry hairs, right, afterwards if you bring that paper or comb or pen nearby the small piece of papers, means those papers are attracted by the pen. Why it is happening? Means, of course, there is a reason. That reason is explained by the physics. Sir, refrigerator, when you take something else, when you take some water and keep inside the refrigerator, why the water is going to becomes ice? What is the phenomena is there behind it? Is it? That is also we can study in physics. These all are the phenomena, okay, which are in physics. That means these all phenomena which are there in nature, these phenomena are explained by our physics. Is it? Therefore, sir, in physics is a branch of science. Once again, in physics, some number of topics are there. Those topics we can consider as branches. Sir, what are the branches are there in physics? Means, so many branches are there, in which very first one is given here. Okay, see, mechanics. Sir, mechanics is one of the branch of physics. Next, second one is nothing but heat and thermodynamics. Heat and thermodynamics fluid dynamics is one of the branch of physics. In similar way, okay, waves and oscillations. Waves and oscillations is also a branch of physics. Thereafter, we are having here another one is nothing but optics is a branch of physics. And thereafter, we are having here another branch is nothing but okay, modern physics. Modern physics. Modern physics is also a branch of physics. Thereafter, we are having electrostatics. Electrostatics is also a branch of physics. Thereafter, we are having electronics. Electronics is also a branch of physics. But thereafter, spectroscopy. Spectroscopy is also a branch of physics. Right, like this. Molecular biophysics. Molecular biophysics. It is also a branch of physics. Now, like this, just to see in physics how many branches are there means still some number of branches are there. Communication. Some number of branches are there in physics. Right? All these branches we have to study in physics, but in first PUC, how many branches we are going to study means we are going to study first of 4 branches: mechanics, heat and thermodynamics, fluid dynamics, waves and oscillations. These 4 we are going to study. And make sure these remaining 4, next 4 we will study in which one mark? Second PUC. And first 4 we can study in which one mark? First PUC. In first PUC we can study first 4 branches of physics, and the next 4 branches of physics we can study in second PUC. And these are very advanced topics. You can study about them in further degree and your MSc. Okay, right. Now, in which we don't want degree level and we don't want here, okay, second PUC level topics also. But first PUC level topics we can. In which, okay, here mechanics, very first one if you take mechanics. Sir, what is the mechanics? Sir, mechanics andre ಏನು ಅಂದ್ರೆ mechanics andre just now I have told. Sir, mechanics is the branch of physics which deals with the study of motion of the bodies or objects. Right? Mechanics is a branch of physics. Okay, it deals with the study of motion of bodies. Okay, deals with the study of motion. Right, depending upon study the motion of the body or object or particle. ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ಬಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ ಸರ್. ಓಕೆ, ರೈಟ್ ಸರ್. ಡಿಪೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಪಾನ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ದಿ ಮೋಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಒನ್ಸ್ ಅಗೇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫೈಡ್ ಇಂಟು 3 main sub branches. Right, what are those means? Very first one is nothing but kinematics. First one is kinematics. Second one is nothing but here, okay, dynamics. Kinematics and dynamics. Third one is nothing but here. Okay, statics. Okay, now these are the 3 sub branches of mechanics. Mechanics andre ಏನು? Mechanics is nothing but it is the branch of mechanics is the branch of physics. Okay, now this branch deals with the study of motion. Study of motion. Now, depending upon the study of motion, okay, once again, this mechanics is classified into three sub-branches, which are numbered kinematics, dynamics, and statics. Kinematics, dynamics, and statics. Sir, what is the kinematics? Sir, kinematics is nothing but, okay, study of kinematics is nothing but it is a branch of mechanics. Kinematics is a sub branch of mechanics. Okay, this deals kinematics is deals with the study of motion of objects without considering cause of motion. Without considering cause of motion. Yes. In kinematics, we can study the motion of the bodies without considering the cause of motion. For example, one body is moving. Why that body is moving? We don't want the reason. But body is moving up. Yes. How the body is moving? How rapidly body is moving? That one only we can study. If the body is coming to the rest, if the body speed has decreased, okay, we don't want why it has decreased, but we want how it is decreasing. That's it. Okay, so in kinematics, we can study the motion of object without considering the cause of motion. Right? Next, dynamics. Sir, what is the dynamics? Dynamics is a branch of sub-branch of mechanics. Right. Here, dynamics deals with the study of motion of object with considering the cause of motion. Considering the cause of motion. Right. Suppose by considering the cause of motion, if you study the study of motion of the body means that will become scalar dynamics. Okay. That means, sir, how to understand this one means, suppose if the body is moving. If the body is moving means we have to know the cause. Why the body is moving? Why the body is moving means someone has pushed it or someone has pulled it. Because of that only the body is moving. That reason is required. Why it is moving means someone has applied the force on the body. Because of that only the body is moving. That means by knowing the reason, suppose if you study the motion of the body means that is said to be here kinematics. Right? Next, statics. Statics is also a sub-branch of mechanics. Okay, this deals with the study of motion of object when it is at equilibrium. When the body is, when the object is at equilibrium, in that case, suppose if you study the motion of the object means that is nothing but, that branch is nothing but here statics. So what is the equilibrium? Equilibrium is nothing but net force acting on the object is zero. Net force acting on the object is zero. Right, for example, net force acting on the object is zero means here one person is standing like this. Now this is his hand and this one is nothing but his hand. Now this hand is pulled in this direction by applying a force F, and this hand also pulled by applying a force F in this direction. Right? In this direction also they have applied the force F. In this direction also they have applied the force F. In the case that is from both direction on the person, same force is applying but in opposite direction. In that case, person is not going to either this direction or this direction. Simply he will be at rest. So net force is 0. Because of that, the person is not moving any side. If the net force means, okay, two forces are equal in magnitude, opposite in direction. Okay. Therefore, sir, here we don't want, okay, statics and dynamics right now. But which one we want here? Kinematics we want. Kinematics. Sir, what is the kinematics means? Just now we have to read. Kinematics is a branch of mechanics which deals with the study of the motion of the objects without considering the cause. Right? In this kinematics, okay, we are going to study based upon this topic, kinematics topic. We are going to study two chapters which are nothing but motion in a straight line, and the second chapter is motion in a plane. Motion in a straight line and motion in a plane. So here I am going to begin. The name of the chapter is nothing but, what is that? The name of the chapter is nothing but here, okay, motion in a straight line. Sir, this motion in a straight line chapter is related to kinematics itself. Okay, right. Sir, first motion in a straight line. This motion in a straight line ನಾವು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹೇಗೆ ಕರೀತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ one dimensional motion. What we can call as one dimensional motion. Right? Right. ಈಗ chapter motion in a straight line. Sir, in this motion in a straight line chapter, first we have to know the meaning of motion. Motion ಗೆ meaning ಏನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. Right? Suppose if you want to know the motion meaning, before that we have to know about the another word. The name of the word is here rest. Rest. Rest ಅಂದ್ರೆ first ಇದು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Rest. Rest ಅಂದ್ರೆ just see here. This is nothing but ground surface. This is a ground surface. Right? On this ground, see you are observing here there is one tree is there. Right? One tree is there. Right? Here one person is standing or one object is standing nearby. When the time equal to 0 seconds. Time equal to 0. Beginning ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಒಬ್ಬ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಒಂದು ಮರ ಹತ್ರ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ. That means a person is standing nearby the tree. Now time has begins to passing. So after a time, how many seconds? T seconds. After a time T seconds. ಅಂದ್ರೆ 1 hour ಆಗಬಹುದು 2 hours. 1 or 2 hours ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾನೆ? ಸೇಮ್ ಅದೇ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ the position of the person has not changed. That means earlier his surrounding is a tree. Beginning he is at tree. After some time also he is at the tree, nearby the tree. That means his position has not changed. That means if the object does not change its position with respect to surroundings and time, then the object is said to be at rest. Means here when the object is said to be at rest means, suppose if the object does not change its position with respect to surroundings and time means, then the body is said to be at rest. Suppose motion, what we can take as motion. So what is the motion? When the object is said to be in motion. ಯಾವಾಗ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮೋಷನ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಜನರಲಿ just see. Now this is nothing but ground surface, right? Like this is. Right here, one tree is here. Right in the beginning. Right from the beginning. Right. When the time equal to how many seconds? 0. When the time equal to 0 seconds, at that time the person is surrounded nearby a tree. After time t seconds, that means 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hours pass. 3 hours pass after the same person has reached to from his initial position to final position. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಈ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಗೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ. Right. Afterwards, here he is standing nearby a pole, one electric pole, nearby a pole. Sir, at the beginning, when you see the person is nearby tree. After some time, the person has reached to a electric pole. That means this person's surrounding has changed. Surrounding has changed. Is it? That means suppose if the object is changing its position with respect to surroundings and time. Time pass ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಆ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಸರೌಂಡಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಅವಾಗ ಆ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಏನಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾನೆ ಅಂತಾನೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ ಮೋಷನ್. ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್? ರೈಟ್ ಸರ್, ಹೌ ಟು ರೈಟ್ ದ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ ರೆಸ್ಟ್ and motion means, okay, to write. Right, the object is said to be at rest, if it does not change its position, right, its position with respect to surroundings, and time. Right, with respect to surroundings and time, suppose if the object does not change the position, then the object is said to be at rest. Okay, does not change with respect to surroundings and time. Right. Next, sir, when the object is said to be in motion. When the object is said to be in motion. When the object is said to be in motion, just tell me from the first definition. Right. Say, sir, the object is said to be in motion. If it changes its position, with respect to surroundings, and time. That means with respect to surroundings and time, if the object is changing the position, means then that object is said to be in motion. Means when the object is said to be in motion, means if there is a change in position of the object. Right. Next, there continuation. Here, what it means, other one is nothing but rest and motion. Rest and motion. Both are relative. Rest and motion. Both are for this one. Rest and motion both are relative terms. Is it true? Means I will tell yes, it is true itself. How? How means suppose if you take a object, that object is at the same time, that object is at rest as well as in motion. One same object at the same time, it is at rest and in motion also. ಒಂದೇ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಒಂದೇ ಟೈಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ರೆಸ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಮೋಷನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ರೈಟ್? ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್ ಎನಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಸರ್? ಎಸ್, ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಯು ಆರ್ ಸಿಟ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ಎ ಮೂವಿಂಗ್ ಬಸ್. You are sitting inside a moving bus. Right? Whenever you are being inside a moving bus, if your co-passenger, suppose your co-passenger, if he will see to you with respect to your co-passenger, your is at rest. Is it? That means guru motion nalli irtira ನೀವು ಬಸ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ. Right? ನಿಮ್ಮ passenger, co-passenger ನಿನ್ನನ್ನು ನೋಡಿದ್ದಾಗ ನೀನು ಯಾವ ಥರ ಕಾಣ್ತೀಯ? ರೆಸ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋ ಥರ ಕಾಣ್ತೀಯ. ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್? ಬಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿ ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಪ್ಯಾಸೆಂಜರ್, ಸೊ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿ ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಪೀಪಲ್, ವಿತ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ಔಟ್ಸೈಡ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಪೀಪಲ್, ಯು ಆರ್ ಇನ್ ಮೋಷನ್. ಯು ಆರ್ ಇನ್ ಮೋಷನ್. ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಯುವರ್ಸ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಟ್ ಎ ಸೇಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ ವಿತ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ಸಮ್ ಒನ್ you are at rest, with respect to some other one you are in motion. That means in a moving bus your is at rest with respect to your co-passenger. Your is in motion at the same time with respect to outside of the bus people, outside of the people from the bus. ಹೊರಗಡೆ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡಿರೋರು ಓಕೆ ಪರವಾಗಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ದಾಗ ನೀವೇನಾಗ್ತೀರಾ? ಯು ಆರ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ motion. So because of this reason here rest and motion both are relative. Is it? Sir, is there any one more example for that? You know, ಬೇರೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ ನೀವು? Sir, with respect to in a moving train, with respect to my co-passenger, I am at rest. With respect to outside of the buildings, ಅಂದರೆ ನನ್ನ co-passenger ಪರವಾಗಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ದಾಗ ನಾನು ರೆಸ್ಟಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತೀನಿ. ಆ ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಔಟ್ಸೈಡಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ಸು, ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಪೋಲ್ಸು, ಓಕೆ, ಮರಗಳು ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ವ, ಅದು ಪರವಾಗಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ದಾಗ ಸರ್ ನಾನು ಮೋಷನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದಾ ಇಲ್ಲ? ಎಸ್, ರೈಟ್. ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಟೆಲ್ ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಸಿ, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಆರ್. ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಆರ್. Right? On the earth, you are standing on the earth. You are right? You are standing on the earth. Right? With respect to earth, what is your position means? With respect to earth, your position is at rest. ಈಗ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ನಾನು ಈ ಭೂಮಿ ಮೇಲೆ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಅರ್ಥ ಮೇಲೆ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸರ್, ನಾನು ಯಾವ ಥರ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂದರೆ ರೆಸ್ಟ್. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಅಟ್ ರೆಸ್ಟ್. ಬಟ್ earth is revolving about its own axis like this. Is it? Right. Here some person has went to moon. ಯಾವ person ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾನೆ? ಮೂನ್, ಚಂದ್ರ ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದಾನೆ. Right. ಮೂನಿಂದ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಈ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಮೂನಿಂದ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ how you will be appear? You will be appear in motion. Why? Because earth is in motion. Right? That means with respect to earth, your position is at rest. Okay, suppose with respect to the person from the moon who is on the moon, with respect to him, your position is in motion. ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಒಂದೇ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಪರವಾಗಿ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತೀರಾ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪರವಾಗಿ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಯಾವ ತರ ಇರ್ತೀರಾ? ಮೋಷನ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರನೇ ರೆಸ್ಟು ಅಂಡ್ ಮೋಷನು ಎರಡನ್ನೂ ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು? ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್. ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಕಾಲ್ ಇಟ್ ಅಸ್ ರಿಲೇಟಿವ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ಸ್. ಸರ್, ಈ ತರ ಯಾಕೆ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? ಸರ್, ವಿತ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ಒನ್, ಓಕೆ, ವಿತ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ಒನ್ ದ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಟ್ ರೆಸ್ಟ್. with respect to another, the person or object is in motion. Why it is happening means whatever that with respect to is there na adune ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ we can call it as here frame of reference ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ frame of reference. What is the frame of reference here? Frame of reference is what with respect to which we can tell the study of the motion of the object. That is nothing but frame. ಅಂದರೆ ನನ್ನ ಪರವಾಗಿ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಒಂಥರ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ, ನಾನು ಒಂದು ಫ್ರೇಮ್ ಹಾಕ್ತೀನಿ. ಅದೇ ಬಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂದ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಬಸ್ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡು ಒಂದು ಫ್ರೇಮ್. ಓಕೆ, ಮೂರು ಒಂದು ಫ್ರೇಮ್. ಇಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲ? ಫ್ರೇಮ್ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಓಕೆ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ವೇರ್ ದ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಓಕೆ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್. ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವೋ ಆ ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಫ್ರೇಮ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಸಿ now this is nothing but x axis, y axis and ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ z axis. x y z axis ಇದು ಆರ್ಸ್ ರೈಟ್. ಈಗ ಆರ್ಸ್ ಈಗ ಒಬ್ಬ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಹತ್ರ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಹತ್ರ ನಿಂತ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾಗ with respect to x, okay, with respect to x axis the person is moving, but with respect to y axis, with respect to z axis the same person is at rest. So here first of all just see what are the things we have completed in this class. Means rest and motion both are relative terms. Okay sir, how to write the notes for this one? Rest and motion ನೀವು ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರಿ. Rest and motion both are relative terms because an object is at rest with respect to one frame and the same object is in motion with respect to other frame. That is other frame. That's it. Okay, right. Frame of reference. Sir, for frame of reference, how to write the explanation means frame of reference is a coordinate system. That means frame of reference, don't write coordinate system. Frame of reference means with respect to which an object, the position of the object can be described. Okay, ಒಂದು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಏನು ಪರವಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವೋ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಫ್ರೇಮ್ ಆಫ್ ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ವಿತ್ ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ವಿಚ್ ದ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಫ್ರೇಮ್ ಆಫ್ ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಮೂನ್ ಮೇಲೆಯಿಂದ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮೂನ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಫ್ರೇಮ್ ಆಫ್ ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್. ಬಸ್ ಒಳಗಡೆಯಿಂದ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಓಕೆ ಔಟ್ಸೈಡು ಫ್ರೇಮ್ ಆಫ್ ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್. ಬಸ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇರೋರು ಕೋ ಪ್ಯಾಸೆಂಜರ್ಸ್ನು ಫ್ರೇಮ್ ಆಫ್ ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ರೈಟ್, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ದೇರ್ ಯು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಸಿ ಒನ್ ಮೋರ್ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಯು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್. ರೈಟ್ ಸರ್, ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಮೋಷನ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ಸ್ಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಲೈನ್ ಆರ್ ಒನ್ ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನಲ್ ಮೋಷನ್ ಇನ್ ಎ some motion in a straight line. Motion in a straight line ಅಂದ್ರೆ motion ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Change in the position. Suppose motion in a straight line ಅಂದ್ರೆ suppose if the object is changing its position along the straight line or in one direction, in x direction, then the motion is said to be here motion in a straight line. Okay, right. The object changing its position along the straight line. position along the straight line, then the motion is said to be a motion in a straight line. Right? In this class, see, I have given the idea about the rest to motion frame of reference. That's it. Yes, I will be continue the topic in next video. You just keep on watch. Yes, thank you.